and welcome back to Materia, girls. I am MJ,
And I'm Luna.
and welcome.
Hello.
We're
I
back.
mean,
In the
hello!
bed. Hello. Hello. Oh gosh. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome back to our podcast. And yeah,
Episode 2!
episode 2. We're
Woo!
back. We came back. So
We did. We made it to episode 2. So, you know what's
oh
crazy is
man,
whenever I uploaded the last episode, it said that I hadn't uploaded a video in 9 months.
because we haven't done this in 9 months.
That's crazy to me. I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah. No, we took a break. We took a break.
I know, we did.
Took
We
a
did.
longer break, and that's okay.
I can't
Well,
believe it was 9
Guillermo,
months ago.
he needs to wash that tail. It is
I know. I don't think that they could see
whipping.
it.
It is whipping
He's
around.
frustrated with me
Um,
because I'm not accepting his love.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Schmidt usually gets mad if I'm not paying attention to her either. So
My
that's
bad.
just what happens. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. But anyway, so yeah. Hello, how are you?
Hi. You know, it's been so I just uploaded the most recent episode, but that episode is actually from like 2 weeks prior to the Super Bowl, right? It took me a while to get
Yes.
it up. Um,
Yes.
but so much has happened in the last 2 weeks. Like my car died.
Oh no, not the Lexus.
Yes, did. I don't know
Mm.
what happened. I drove it to work. It was fine. And then whenever I got in my car to go home, it was like the
Bye.
check engine light came on and it was like the whole thing was like I felt like I was in a level 7 earthquake. I was like all over the road, like just crazy. I don't know.
Oh,
But I haven't
well,
been able to get it checked because I wanted to get it checked the next day that I had off of work. And we didn't have power for a couple days.
why?
Yeah, because there was like a windstorm. Well, it was like rain and wind, but it was mostly wind
Yeah.
that caused like the power outages. But some
Yeah.
people in the area didn't have power for like 5, 6 days, and we didn't have power for like 48 hours. But yeah, and it was
What
like
did you do?
storming. I just like looked at my hands and I was like, what do I do with this life that I have?
I have nothing to do. I have to create something.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah,
it
like
was
you couldn't cook. You
nothing.
couldn't
We had to like preserve
play
the water
games.
because they told us that our power would be out for 5 days. Like they sent us a message. They were like, expect the power to be back on Wednesday night at like 10 p.m. And it went out Saturday night. Yeah.
Nope.
So that's not something that like doesn't happen, especially in
Yeah.
California. Like they turn people's power off all the time, but it was because of like down power lines. But it was okay. It came back on after a couple days, but I just haven't been able to get my car to the shop to like figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Um, and other than that, everything's been normal and fine.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
Super
that's
Bowl
good.
happened.
Yeah, yeah. The Super Bowl
Um,
happened.
I had the meat sweats last night.
What? Wait,
I don't even eat meat.
I was gonna say how.
But it really does feel like it. Okay, I don't even know what the meat sweats is, but I don't know how else to describe what's going on
It's
in my
just when you
body.
eat. It's just when you eat a lot of meat.
And it just makes
You're
you
like,
sweat?
yeah, like you're stuffed and sweaty, and you're just like,
That's it?
you're, I mean, I've never gotten the meat sweats, but also spicy like meat makes you sweaty. I don't know. I just thought
That's like a
that the
spicy
meat
sweat,
sweats is
though.
like when you just
I feel
eat
like
a ton of meat.
spicy food sweats are like good for you. But this doesn't feel
Oh,
like it's good for me, and I don't know what's going on. I feel like I might be getting a little sick.
oh no.
So hopefully that's just not the case. Hopefully I just don't get sick and it's just like the precursor. But I have like a little scratch in my throat and
Oh.
I'm like clammy. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
It wouldn't be allergies, would it be?
I don't know. It feels more like
Sicky?
feverish. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
But maybe it's allergies and I'm just like not used to
Maybe.
it and I can't identify what's going on. But hopefully it just goes away. I did
Yeah.
feel it a little bit last night whenever I was working. Like at one point I like felt like my body temperature change like really fast.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I kind of feel like I'm gonna pass out. But then I was fine. And I was like, that was kind of weird. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. So, but I woke up feeling the same way. I was like, oh
Oh no.
God. I felt
Oh
like
gosh.
sweaty, you know? And it's
Yeah.
cold in this house. Like, it's not warm.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
I never wear t-shirts in the winter time. It's so freaking cold. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But other than
Yeah.
that, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, to describe just the official term for meat sweats is excessive uh perspiration when eating large quantities of any high protein food, not just meat. So
Oh,
did you so I was kind of right.
interesting.
Did you eat large quantities of
Well, I made this
something?
lasagna.
You got the pasta sweats.
I made this lasagna, and it has like fake meat in it. It's like fake.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ate like that much meat, like meat, quote unquote. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, large quantities of food, it sounds like.
I
If
got
you
the
just call them
impossible
the
meat sweats.
meat sweats. There you go. Yeah.
The Beyond Meat sweats.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it sucks. Does not feel good. I don't think
Yeah.
it's from the food. It could be.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'm becoming lactose intolerant. Oh, I don't want to even think about
Oh
that.
no. Not the cheese. Not the I don't know what else. What else do you eat other than cheese?
No, that's it. That's the only thing
Yeah.
I eat. I don't eat anything except for
Yeah,
cheese.
exactly. I was like, unless you have,
Ever.
because you probably have almond milk.
Yeah, we don't even
Right?
have milk right now.
Oh, yeah. So, not the cheese. You can't get rid of the cheese. Come on, body. Don't do
I
this to
did
her.
eat like more cheese than normal yesterday.
Oh, so the cheese sweats.
This is like such a tangent right now. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
That's okay. Anyway, so yeah, you haven't been feeling great.
Just like
But-
today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
fine.
And your car died.
My car is dead. I'm like not that stressed out about it. Like I know that the universe, I'll figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay.
Doing okay.
That's good. Yeah. My past 2 weeks have not been that eventful.
No?
Even. So no. I am just home every day with my baby. He's doing all the things though. He's walking.
Yeah.
And he's in this
Is he
stage
eating
of-
meat again?
Yes. He is eating
He's
meat.
getting the meat sweats.
Yeah, he's now like he's not being that picky anymore. But I also feel like it's just anyone that has a baby, just like they change. Like okay, because this pretty much happened when he turned a year old. So for the past like month or so, yeah, he's been getting pickier. But the thing is we realize that he's not picky about the food. He's picky about like the timing of certain things. So I mean, he's
Oh.
still picky with some food. So, but
If he wants breakfast, he's having eggs.
yeah, yes,
Oh.
that is yes. But like what I was doing was he gets up from his first nap around lunchtime, and I'm like, okay, you're up, whatever, let's eat. And so I make him his food, and I put him ready to eat. But the thing is I think he's not ready to eat right after the nap. So like what I've been doing is like for like 20-30 minutes we play a little bit and then we eat, and now he's eating things. And the same with dinner, like he'll get up after his second nap, and I was feeding him dinner right away because it's just how time aligned. But now we're playing a little bit, and then there's no really problem with what he eats. There's still, again, some things are still a little picky with him, but
Yeah.
there's no I hate meat or anything like that because he's hungry. I feel like he wasn't hungry before.
He's got to build up
But-
that appetite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just finding that there's just timing things that like he's picky about when he does certain things. It's a learning curve. Constantly learning. You just have no idea.
The ever
Everything
changing.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything changes, and like it's just constant. Yeah, it's just constant. So we're navigating that because yeah, he's eating meat. He still likes tofu
Yeah.
and all that, So I still feed him that, but he's definitely better with meat.
Good.
I'm not as picky anymore, which is thank you, because I was running out of ideas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like at least you figured it out. Something that's helping
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. So, but I have found that because now that he's eating just like like what we eat, I am cooking and baking more than I ever have in my entire life.
Well, you're literally a mom now, so get used
But
to
it's
it.
just so funny. Like I cooked, when it was just Brandon and I, we would cook stuff at home and no
Yeah.
problem. But now it's just like every meal I'm cooking him something. I have to come up with something. I have to I have to try to keep it changing, keep it different so he doesn't get sick of stuff, which he hasn't really got sick of anything yet, which is good. But I'm just like, oh my Lord, Atlanta.
Well, yeah, and if you're like
I'm cooking so much.
mostly like so whenever you cook stuff for him, do you also like eat some of it yourself? Like the same thing?
Sometimes it's different. Because we just don't like, for instance, I made him like this chickpea mac and cheese the other day, and I had a little bit, but the serving size for me and him are obviously different. So like there's not enough for everybody to be
Right.
satisfied. So like Brandon and I, sure, there's enough for all three of us, but then Brandon and I are like, oh, we're still hungry.
Well,
so like
yeah, for sure.
so like most of it just goes to him. And then Brandon and I will figure out something else.
Does he
But
eat something different for every meal, like every day? Do you ever like reuse stuff?
yeah,
Like if you made that, would you just like reheat it the next day or something for him?
yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
like,
good.
yeah, because
Because I feel like you're like a personal chef now, pretty much.
that's exactly what I am. That's
Because
what
like
I'm
if you're
talking
doing
about.
like a different meal every single day, like that's a lot of work.
Like it's fun. It's fun because I'm trying to come up with different things. I'm looking up different things that maybe,
Baby
a
meals.
1-year-old would like. Well, exactly. Like I follow so many blogs now about like, hey, toddler recipes or baby recipes.
Isn't it
Like I
crazy how there is literally content for anything,
yes.
anywhere, at any time? Like there is,
Yeah.
and so much of it. It's so insane.
Yeah. And so I definitely follow a lot of blogs and I mean, but it's also really easy stuff too. Like this morning, I made peanut butter, banana, blueberry muffins.
Wow, that's
I know
cool.
for him. And literally because I was like, okay, that banana is starting to look rough. So like what can I do with it?
Perfect, yeah.
And so like it literally was peanut butter, a banana, an egg, some like cinnamon, vanilla extract, and I put blueberries in it. And
Yeah.
that was it. And I was like, good, simple, put it in the oven, let's go.
You're like,
That's what I need. I'm
and
like, and
that's
he ate
on
it.
being a mom.
But also, what's successful is when he eats it,
Yeah.
you know?
Did he like it?
Because yeah, he did. I was literally like, you like blueberries, you like bananas, and you like peanut butter, so well, you should eat this. But no,
And he
it's
did.
fun. I've always liked cooking. It's like a whole new level of I need
Well,
to figure
it also takes a lot of
stuff out.
time. I guess like if you're
Yeah.
like just using whatever ingredients you have in the house, but like planning ahead and like getting specific
Hmm.
ingredients is like it's a lot of work. Like even like
Yeah.
I cook often, but it's like it's laborious to even like cook a dinner. Like it takes me hours to cook a dinner,
Yeah.
you know? So doing 3 meals a day, I'm like I usually just don't eat.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like,
But you
so
can't
for
starve your
especially
baby, obviously.
no, 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 no. Like he always eats. It's like for breakfast and lunch, especially when Brandon's not home. Like we usually meal prep a little bit now because it's just
Yeah.
easier for Brandon and I.
Or
Because
like
time is yeah.
protein
We don't have
bars or something easy to
yeah,
eat. Yeah.
exactly. Like we don't have a lot of time. So a lot of times what ends up happening is when he goes down for like his first nap, I'll make myself something that's quick and easy just so I can make sure I eat quick. So when he wakes up, I just have to worry about him, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, breakfast and lunch, I'm not eating what he's eating. I'm cooking up just something
Yeah,
small
because
for
you've like
him.
already eaten.
Yeah, because it's just easier that way. It's just otherwise, it just becomes a lot.
Yeah. No, definitely. That
Um,
definitely sounds like a difficult thing to do. Hello there. I don't know what the last thing I said was, but we had some technical difficulties yesterday, so we are recording the rest of the episode the next day.
Whoops. And yeah, so that's why we're wearing different clothes and things look a
Yes.
little different.
Yes, but we're fine. I lost internet connection. I actually, it's funny because in the recording, I was like, Jess, hello, and I was like, and you were just like frozen.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like on your end, but it was on
Yeah.
my end. I lost internet. We had a power or an internet outage. I don't know, service outage,
Yeah.
but yeah. So anyway, back to where we were. I actually don't know what we were talking about. Should I
I
check?
No, I remember. I mean, pretty much, I was pretty much talking about that I have to cook all the time because I'm trying to feed all of our different stuff, and
Oh
it's just
yeah.
more than I ever have in my life, and that's pretty much it. Because that's what I do with my life now. It's all about him, which is great. I'm fine with it being all about him.
Yeah,
So,
well,
but
that's inevitable. That's a good outlook to have too.
yes,
It should be that
yes,
way.
yeah. But no, that's pretty much it. But other than that, like we didn't celebrate. Well, Valentine's Day was this past week. Did you do anything special?
I not really.
Yeah.
I made a lasagna though.
Yes, the
I made a
pasta.
lasagna. I had the day off because I was asked if I wanted to work Valentine's Day or work on Monday, and I
Mhm.
decided on Monday because I feel like I'm gonna make more money on Monday, so
Yeah,
gotta get that
smart.
bag. So I had off on Valentine's Day, but I was by myself all day. Like I was alone. Well, I mean, I have my cat and my dog,
Yeah.
so that's like the most important people in my
Well,
life, obviously.
they are your Valentines.
Literally. But I got some flowers.
Me. Okay.
And I made a lasagna. And I got Fernando like a basket with like a bunch of little goodies in it. Like
Yeah.
it had like like a Nintendo controller, like some
Mm.
candies, which he doesn't really like candy, so I'm pretty much just gonna eat all of it.
Free
Like a
stuff.
card and like a
Mhm.
hat and like little
Yeah.
things, some
Yeah.
chocolates and stuff like that. So
Yeah. We exchanged, yeah, just cards, but we didn't get to celebrate Valentine's Day. Like we didn't do anything because I worked.
mm,
Um and Brandon was working, obviously. So like we were like, let's just do something this weekend. So tonight
yeah,
we're gonna go out to, I don't know, dinner or go out for a drink or
that's
something.
exciting. Yeah,
Something.
that's
So
so
just
nice.
yeah, just the two of us. And
Is
but
mom gonna
that's
babysit?
yas.
Mama pajama?
Yas.
Oh, that's so nice. That'll be so fun for you guys. Where do you
Yeah.
want to go?
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess you
We
shouldn't
haven't even
dox
discussed it
yourself
yet.
with like
Yeah.
small restaurants in the area, but
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go maybe to a brewery.
to the Olive Garden.
To the Olive Garden.
That's where you
Always.
should
Oh
go.
my gosh. Next time we're together, we need to go to the Olive
We
Garden.
will. We'll do a mukbang in the Olive Garden for everybody.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That'd be really funny, actually. Maybe we will actually do that.
Actually do that. Just order a bunch of.
We'd be like, this
All
is a
right.
breadstick.
Yes.
Delicious.
Yum yum. Oh my gosh, that's all we're gonna eat is breadstick and pasta and
I know.
cheese.
Maybe some soup.
Mm,
I'm becoming a soup gal.
a soup gal.
Are you a soup gal? Do you like soup?
I do enjoy soup. I
Yeah.
do. It's not the first thing on my list, but if something looks just really, really good,
Oh, you
I'll
love
order the
that
soup.
cheddar broccoli soup from
Oh,
Panera.
I inhale the broccoli cheddar
You know what else they
from
have that's really
Panera.
good? Oh my God. Did you hear about the girl that died?
What?
Did you hear about
Wait.
the girl that? Okay, first of all, this is not funny. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
No,
There is
well,
a
I'm laughing because
girl.
that was just very random of Hanoi to bring that up.
There was a
Anyway,
girl. Also, I am a little bit sick, but I am feeling better today than I was
good,
yesterday. So I'm hoping that I can keep that up. I've been drinking a ton of vitamin C or emergency
yes,
or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Taking a bunch of like herbal supplements, and I'm like really just praying that it goes away. But so if you hear me
Anyway,
coughing or
someone,
anything, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, this girl and I think another person. They both died from apparently from drinking the like charged lemonade at Panera Bread.
Like it gave them like heart attacks or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were young, and but I think they were both like predisposed to like they weren't supposed to consume that much caffeine otherwise because they
Caffeine.
already have
Yeah.
like heart problems or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this, but yeah, they died because of the
Oh my
charged
gosh.
lemonade, and so now they have the lemonade behind the counter. But I think it's because like it didn't say on like the dispenser, and it's like access, like you can just refill your cup as many
Yeah, you
times,
can
and
just
it's like
keep
an
going
energy
back.
drink,
Yeah.
and it has like a ton of caffeine in it. It's like a Red Bull versus a
Yeah.
coffee. Like coffee, you have some kind of understanding of how much caffeine is in it, but they didn't put it on
Yeah.
there. So they were drinking like huge amounts of
A
this
large.
drink, like 2 larges probably, maybe 3, I don't know. Because it's like
Yeah.
a lemonade, it doesn't taste like an energy drink. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they
You
died.
gotta treat it like an energy drink. You're not gonna drink like, 3 monsters in one day.
Yeah, but they
Well,
didn't
some
know.
people
They didn't
do.
know.
But yeah, you wouldn't know because there's no info
How would
other
you
than what it
know?
is.
They'll never know.
No.
But
But
yeah, it's
dang,
crazy. Also, their mac
that
and cheese is
stinks.
really good.
But yeah. Okay, well watch out for the charged lemonade.
Yeah, don't. Well, now it's
But
behind the counter, so like only they can give it to you. Like you
that's
have to
fair,
order it, and
actually.
like they put your cup up, like whenever they put all the food up.
Yeah.
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 I
Dang.
haven't eaten Panera Bread in I don't know 8 years
We,
probably.
well, we haven't gone Panera together in the past 8 years.
I don't think so, because I've been in California for
Yes.
5 years. Isn't that
I guess.
insane?
5 years. But
5 years.
I don't know why it feels like longer.
It's because you miss me.
Well, yes, every day,
Oh, stop! I'll
every
cry.
every single day. But well, maybe Panera is something we need to get as well. Olive Garden and Panera.
We have Panera here. I just never ever eat
Yeah,
it. I
go
don't
get
know
it.
why. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
should. They have good salads too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They have a
Anyway,
lot of good stuff.
anyway,
But
Panera Bread.
yeah.
Beyond
But
that,
beyond
past
that,
the Panera Bread spiel.
yeah. But anyway, that's what we're
Oh,
Valentine's Day. That's just what we're gonna do. So I
Valentine's
don't know.
Day
Maybe
was
we'll go to
fun.
Panera Bread.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I feel like you guys should do something more fun than that.
Yeah. No, we're not gonna go to Panera Bread. We're gonna probably go to a brewery or something.
Yeah.
But
Get yourself
anyway.
some food and some brews. That sounds so fun.
Yes. But moving on to maybe some news.
News with Luda and MJ.
Some new, well, kind of new. I guess the past 2 weeks. There were two events that happened other than Valentine's Day. Look at Guillermo. Look at his face.
I know. Like, look at him.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Hi,
sorry.
baby.
Anyway, I got distracted by
Just
the
stares
kitty
at
cat.
me.
So 2 weeks ago, we had the Grammys.
Oh, yeah.
Grammys were on.
I did not watch
Um,
that.
and I watched parts of it. But then also the Super Bowl was on
Uh-huh.
last weekend,
Yep.
and yeah, did you watch the Super Bowl?
So I did watch the majority of it. I did.
Okay.
Maybe like the last three quarters. I missed the first quarter because I was at work, but we ended up closing early because we were like so slow, and I was like, okay. But yeah, there was a bunch of people at my house watching it whenever I got home.
Nice.
Like I live
Just
in a small house, and
hey,
there was like 10 people just
we're
like,
having a party.
yeah, literally. I was like, oh my god. But I did watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I was like,
Did you care?
Fernando said no, I didn't care.
Okay.
But Fernando said he was rooting for the Chiefs, so of course I was like, well, we got to have some like friendly banter here. So I was rooting for the Niners, but I
Yeah.
was kind of shocked that the Chiefs won.
It
Like
was very
I felt confident at the end. I was like,
yeah.
oh no, the Niners got this in the bag, and then they did
Yeah.
not. But
It
apparently
just
the Niners were the underdogs, which I didn't realize that.
I guess maybe with the odds. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well, the
like
Chiefs
look
won
too much
last
into
year
that.
too, right?
Yeah, don't remind me, but yes, they did.
Oh yeah,
Don't
that was a
remind
painful
me.
one for you.
That was a very painful one. Um, but I wanted the Chiefs to win because I like the Chiefs. Like if I'm not rooting for the Eagles,
Because
I like
Taylor
the
Swift.
Chiefs. Yes. No, I like
I
the
did
Chiefs
feel like there was
because
a lot of Taylor Swift going on. Like
there was.
it was just like every couple minutes there's a shot of Taylor Swift,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I don't care.
It's
But
yeah,
I
it's
did hear
fine.
some
I don't care.
gripes from the football fans in the room, which was like everybody else in the room other than
Oh,
me.
yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, take
Oh,
a
it's
shot every
Taylor.
time Taylor Swift is on the TV."
Hey, that was probably some people's drinking game. But I just like the Chiefs because I like some of the players.
Yeah.
Especially like I like Patrick Mahomes and I like Travis Kelsey, so because I like Jason Kelsey. So but yeah, I wanted them to win, and it was a very defensive game. Like not a lot of
Yeah, there was
scoring.
nothing going on. It was just
I
like
was like, this Super Bowl feels like it's going on forever, which like makes it a good game, but also not. Yeah, there's not a
not
lot of
very
scoring
exciting.
happening.
Yeah, not like super
Um,
tense and you're on the edge of your
yeah.
seat. You're just kind of like
You're like, oh my gosh, this game is
waiting for
still
the
going.
commercials to go
Yeah.
on.
Love the commercials. Commercials were great. So you saw Usher?
Oh yeah.
Usher. Yeah,
I was not that hype about it. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater. I just was like, this is kind of lame.
yeah. It was. I thought it was fine. I like Usher,
The
so
skates were kind of fun.
yeah, the skates were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, brought out some cool people with him. But
Yeah. It was interesting to see like each
yeah,
person like pop out and
no. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, no, I thought it was fine. It was good. It wasn't like a bust or anything. Like some halftime shows, you're just like, what even just happened?
I
But
just kind of was like hoping that Katy Perry would come back with the dancing sharks.
oh my gosh,
I feel like that
yes,
was just like a pinnacle
that was
point in my life. Like I don't even know what was happening that year in my life, but I remember that and I will always remember
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. The drunk dancing shark that just didn't know what was happening.
I feel like sometimes whenever there's like these big performers going on and it's like I don't know, there's like so like what they put like $20 million into like just the stage and performance and stuff. And
Okay,
apparently the artists don't get paid. Did you know that?
really?
Yeah, Super Bowl like
It's
whatever
like
it's called. Artists like
yeah,
the people that play in the middle. What is it called? Halftime
halftime.
show. Sorry, my brain is all over the place, but
Yeah,
they don't get paid. They all, but the Super Bowl pays for the production, but they
yeah.
don't pay the artist. Isn't that crazy?
That I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's
I
interesting.
assumed. I mean, I guess you just get like some. I guess you get the publicity and the recognition of, hey, you've been chosen to play literally, and I
Well,
guess
yeah, and
one of
they're
the big
all like
performances ever.
have hundreds of millions of dollars, so they don't care,
Yeah,
you
they
know.
don't really need to get paid anyway.
Yeah, they should be paying us for watching the Super
For
Bowl,
watching
for
this.
watching their performances.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what I'm saying is, like, sometimes whenever it's this huge, big, like, performance,
yeah.
sometimes I feel like artists, they just take themselves too seriously, and then I'm, like, cringing a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like,
I think anybody could do that. It doesn't have to be a big artist, but, like, sometimes I'm just like, this is, like, too serious, and I need it to be a little bit more
more
unserious. Like, I
serious.
need it to be a little bit more goofy. But, like, Usher was a
Yeah,
little goofy. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes I'm
yeah.
just like, who do these people think that they are? But then
I,
maybe it is Usher. I don't know.
I, all I know is they make it over the top because it's the halftime show. Like they're like, we gotta go big or go home.
Yeah, for
So
sure. If you
yeah,
don't, then it's super disappointing.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I thought that was fun. I thought it was good. We just ate a bunch of food,
Oh, that's like
like
the whole
for
reason
three
that I watched the
hours.
Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah, like a bunch of
have a
bad food
beer.
too.
I did have a beer.
Let's go. There you go.
I know,
The
fail.
beer.
I failed my sobriety. But it's
Yeah, but
okay.
it's
I'm
just
sober again for another week.
one beer is fine.
I might have had two. Let's be realistic. We were drinking
Okay.
like Coors Light or something. Like,
Oh, those go down quick. So,
but yeah, I'm there for like the drinks and the food for sure.
yeah.
I don't like hate football or anything. I just say it's just
No.
like not my thing.
Yeah. No, ever since maybe it was like 2 years ago now, but you were at my house for a Kansas City game, and I don't remember.
I think it was
And
Christmas
like
time.
yeah, but I think it was like 2 years ago or something like that. But
Yeah, it was.
um, you told me, and I
Yeah,
know Patrick Mahomes
yeah.
has tons of like just quirky mannerisms, and
He just
he has a whole vibe to him, and I love it. But you showed me the tongue thing
he
that he
still does
does.
it. I was noticing it
Yes,
during the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, there he is.
and now
He's like,
I
blah, blah, blah,
never,
blah, blah.
yeah, I can't unsee it. I see it all the time. I love like the reels of like people acting like him and like doing his mannerisms. He's an amazing quarterback. I love that he has all these quirky things.
Yeah,
But
he probably
now
has
I'm like
ADHD
I'm
or
like there.
something. um, Something else that I found interesting. Well, I don't know like anything about Taylor Swift's boyfriend. What's his name?
Travis Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey.
Yeah,
I don't know like anything about his personality. I've never watched his podcast. I've just like heard things about him. I know that he's a
yeah,
good football player, that he's like super tall and apparently pretty funny. Um,
yeah.
Whenever he was like screaming at the end of the game, I was like, "Oh my God, that is a person that I would never want to be near." Like that is like a bro energy to the maximum amount.
Yes.
I was like,
No,
"Oh."
he was all hyped up and
He
just
was like that was like
on a whole nother
Sparta
level.
screaming. Like he was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
ah.
He's on a whole nother level. And but
Yeah.
like Jason is kind of like the same way. Like they're very, very emotional, like big personalities,
Intense.
loud, intense. But I think it's so funny that like
And
people
he's
were
such a
making fun
big
of him
person
because
too. Like
yeah, people were making fun of
scary.
him, and then going to like Taylor and Taylor's face, she's just like smiling because it's kind of one of those things that
If that
she's
was
just like
my boyfriend, I feel like I
I'm
would be like,
accepting.
"Oh
I
God,
know.
like who
She
am I
was just kind of,
dating?"
no, you know. Well, she was just like her face was just like, oh my gosh, like the kind of like,
Yeah, I wonder how much
like
time
not in
they
a bad
like get
way.
to spend together. Do you think that they spend a lot of time together?
I don't think they got to spend well so far. I mean, she's back on her, billion world tour.
On her billion-dollar
Um,
jet? On
yeah,
her jet
and
plane that's destroying the planet? Mm,
yeah, pretty. But she's like, so she's back between that and then like he was in season. I don't know how much they see of each other, but I'm sure he's gonna travel with her now in the off season, so maybe they'll spend more time together. Um, but no, I like them. I like them together. I dig
yeah.
them.
Maybe it's a good
I dig
balance
it.
because I feel like
Yeah.
Taylor, well, I don't know anything about Taylor Swift either,
Yeah.
so who am I to judge? Like, I literally don't know
This is
anything.
just from an outside perspective of
Of
non-Swifties
somebody that doesn't know anything about Travis Kelsey or Taylor
or
Swift, I'm just making a judgment about them. Like, what? That's like the dumbest thing ever. But I feel like their personalities are pretty different. I don't
yeah,
know. Yeah,
yeah.
which isn't a
I think
bad thing
I think
necessarily.
yeah, I think they balance each other out.
Yeah, exactly,
I think they
exactly.
like literally their personality, like the separateness, how different they are. I think they like that about like themselves and each other. That's why this kind of works.
Well, I heard like a lot of like Swifties speculation that Travis is gonna propose like if they win, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what? What? They
I
just
know.
started dating. I'm like, that's
I know they
crazy.
started dating in like July or some or
And I mean, I
August
guess
or
that
something.
happens. I know plenty
Yeah,
of people like in our parents' generation that got
yeah,
married after knowing each other
yeah,
for a couple months, but I'm like, oh my God,
yeah.
if I
It
had
just seems
married
like
anybody that I dated for 3 months, like I would be jumping off a cliff. There's no way. Well, I guess
I
that's why
just
they
feel
say
like
when you know, but
yeah,
I
when you
guess
know,
I've
you
never
know.
known.
I just thought that that would be like a lot. Like they just won the Super Bowl and it's all hyped, and then like, what do you like? I just feel it's too much. Like just have the moment. You won the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah, I get that for
just
sure.
be together and have that moment. Don't add a proposal in there like as well. It's just
Well,
yeah.
people will
I
be
don't know.
mad about it too, but they're
Yeah,
always mad about something.
yeah. Um, but I mean, speaking because of the Grammys and the Super Bowl being within like a week of each other. I mean, Taylor is everywhere because she also won like two Grammys
And didn't
on
she
top of
announce
that.
her new album or
And she
something?
announced her new album, and so big. Wow, talk about a power couple.
All I have
Like
to say is that Noah Khan should have won the Grammy for the best album, okay?
Noah Khan?
You don't know who Noah Khan
No,
is? Oh my God.
I guess not.
Get out of here. Go on and get.
No. Do I not? I guess I don't know. What song? What song? Like what album? What song? Tell me.
I think he only has one album right now, but he's like, it's like folk pop music. It's literally the best thing ever. I'm obsessed with it. Highly recommend listening to him whenever you get the chance. You'll love it, I think.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's
I'm
really
gonna have
good.
to. I mean, it was one of those things where she also broke a record because she is the first and only person now. She was tied with like 2 or 3 other artists for having like 3 album of the year Grammys, which was the most. But now she has 4. And she got one for, I guess, Fearless. Let me see. Fearless, 1989, Folklore, and now Midnights. So
Wow.
she's at the top.
It sounds
of
like
of album of the year.
it
at
sounds
least.
like maybe I should just listen to some Taylor Swift and stop being a hater. Because I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like what?
Hey,
Album
I
of
mean,
the year?
it's a good. I
4
like the album.
times.
I like the
But
album.
is it the album of the year 4 times? Or are they the albums of the year all 4 of them?
Yeah.
Did she release it this year?
I think it's like the year prior. So she released it, I think, what, 2022 or early 2023?
Well, maybe she
So-
needs
I
to
don't
make
know.
some
I
room
don't
for
know how
other
this works.
artists.
But yeah,
Maybe she
won
should
it
stop
4
writing
times.
albums.
I don't think she's ever gonna stop.
That's good, actually. Good for her.
Yeah.
But also,
But no.
who decides who wins the Grammys? Like, how is that decided?
It's like there's just like the Oscars. There's like a academy.
Oh, so it's all a lie.
I think, and I don't. This is where I don't know if it's based off of like popularity or like sales, or if it's based off of true like.
Well, because
the
then we would already
artistry of
know
the
then.
album.
I feel like it's got to be like a board of people that choose.
Yeah.
Because then we would already
yeah.
know who won the Grammy because we could do that math ourselves, you know?
Yeah, but a lot of people won multiple Grammys. Like Miley Cyrus won for that Flower song.
I could buy myself flowers. Yeah, I saw a clip of her performing it, and she's like, nobody was singing along, and she's like, come on, guys, don't fucking act like you don't know the words. Like, I'm like, oh, poor Miley.
Yeah.
But she looked cool.
Sing the song with me.
Her hair was like all big.
Like very blown out.
Yeah, I loved it, actually.
And then Billie Eilish won.
I love her.
I know, me too. What did she win? She won Best Song. Best
For what
song
song?
for the What Was I Made For? It's from the Barbie movie.
Yeah, so heart-wrenching.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, you can agree, you can attest to this. I just remember Ocean Eyes Billie Eilish.
I know.
And now look at her.
I
Like,
was
it's
literally
insane.
out there showing all of my friends. I was like, listen to this fucking song. It's so good.
Yeah. I was. Now
And then she
looking
blew
at-
up. She blew up,
Yeah.
but she's like very
Yeah.
talented. So
She's,
and
like,
her brother's
killing it.
a really good songwriter. So
Yeah. They're crushing it together because she's
Yeah.
nominated for an Oscar too
an
for this
Oscar.
best song. Yeah, for best song.
Oh, but that's like in a
Yeah.
movie. I was
Yeah,
just
that's in a movie,
watching
yeah.
a TV show last night, True Detective.
Oh, I gotta watch that. The new season.
Yeah, the new season. I never actually watched the show before. I just was watching the newest season last night, and the main like their song for the opening is a Billie Eilish song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I will listen to it.
I was like, oh, I'm singing it. Fernanda was like, how do you know the words to this song? I was like, well, it's
Like,
a
how do
Billie
you
Eilish
not
song.
know?
It's not like a song that was written for the show.
Yeah.
It's from I think 2 albums back, actually.
Okay.
The Bad Guy album.
Oh, yeah. I like that album.
Oh, I love
I
it.
like it. Yes. All her albums are pretty fantastic. But
Yeah.
but we can move on to our next segment. Do we have some? Do we have questions?
We have some questions, and
we
I
have
have
some
to say that you guys came through with a couple conversation-inducing questions, although pretty random, like fairly random. So we'll just do like a couple of them.
We love it.
Yeah.
Just do like few.
I think as time goes on and we continue to like we'll be posting on Materia Girls, asking you guys if you have questions, or like posing a scenario and then getting your guys like information or like beliefs about it. Does that make sense? First question came from 2 people, and it was, they're very similar, so I'm gonna just put them into one.
Okay.
But this came from 2 people that we know personally, and I was like, how did they ask the exact same thing, which is super strange. But they said, would you rather give up potatoes or cheese forever? I would choose potatoes.
Well, I would choose potatoes too, but
Yeah.
that is very hard. Potatoes are very like any kind of potato, like mashed potatoes.
Yes,
sweet
any kind of,
potatoes,
just like any kind of potato.
like I would give up potatoes,
Yeah, me
but
too.
um because cheese is just number one right here, number one.
I love cheese, and I'm not lactose intolerant yet, so I'm just like waiting
Yeah.
for the day to come whenever I'm lactose intolerant, and
No.
I don't want to face that day. But
Yeah.
um, yeah,
I
the
think
other question was, would you be able to give up cheese for life? And I have to say, I have given up cheese for like 6, 7 months before,
yeah.
and it sucked.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no. I
I'm
think
just
life is
gonna
better.
go with a solid no.
No.
I
No.
would rather die. Like, I feel like if it was like a life or death situation, then obviously we could give up
Yeah.
cheese, right?
Yes.
Like, that's
Yeah,
obvious.
like yes, if I became so intolerant to cheese, then I would die from eating cheese. I would
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Just
Like, most people just take a lactate and they're
kidding.
like, all right, I'll eat a block of cheese
No,
now.
no. No. If it was life or death situation, I could give up cheese, but that's not the case, and I'm not gonna give up cheese. So
Okay. How many random wild animals would it take for you to realize something bad is about to happen?
wow. How many random
Okay, so there was this
wild
movie that
animals?
was released. I think it's on like Netflix, and it was made. Obama produced it,
Okay.
and in the movie, it's like kind of the end of the world movie, or like they're getting
Hmm.
attacked or something. Like they don't actually at the end of the movie, you don't really know what's going on, but it is like it gives vibes of end of the world or like
Yeah.
invasion or something. Um, and in the movie, there's like a couple different circumstances where there's like 100 deer like standing outside your door. Like you open the door and there's just like
Okay.
100 deer like just
Okay.
staring at you.
Yeah.
Or like a giant giraffe walking down the street. Like I think that's what the question is like
Yeah,
asking, kind
okay.
of pertaining to.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
exactly sure where they derived this question from, but I don't know how many animals, but I get suspicious about everything. Literally anything little could happen, and I'm like, that's a sign
What's
from the
happening?
universe. I'm like, they're trying to tell me something. Or sometimes I'll just like feel it in my gut. Like I'll wake up and I'll be like, feel weird today. Like something weird is gonna happen. And I would say,
Yeah.
like a woman's intuition is like very, very strong. Like
Yeah.
we just know. We know things, okay? And I'm telling you right now, you better be careful because we know. We know everything. We don't know that we know everything, but we do
But
know
we do.
everything.
Uh yeah, it's one of those things
Like, what
that
if you like opened your door and there was like a herd of elephants like walking through your neighborhood?
I would be like, what is the like is there a circus? Like what's happening? Like what? Yeah, I'd be concerned first of all because I'd be like, where what elephants here?
Yeah,
Like what?
it's too cold for
Um
them.
but it's yeah, maybe.
They need a
Um
jacket.
they need oh my gosh, elephant jackets?
That
Oh,
would be
cute.
really
That
big.
would be really
Yeah, be
they
a
have to
really
be like
big
a vet.
jacket.
Anyway, I'm trying to think because like I'm one of those people that also like for cats, like Schmidt will randomly just like stare
Oh
like
yeah,
up into like a wall or a corner just randomly and there's nothing there. And I'm like, what do you see? What is there a ghost? A ghost.
it's probably a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I don't know if that maybe I don't think something bad's gonna happen, but like definitely get sussy there. But yeah, like if I walked out of my house and there was just like it's one oh, if there was like a bunch of birds like just circling, like hundreds of birds just circling in the sky,
Oh yeah, like the birds.
stuff like that. And what else? Yeah, like you said, if there were just like 100 deer in a field just staring, I'd be like, the world ending? I don't know.
Something's happening. Yeah, because they're always
I
like
don't
the
know.
first sign, right? Because they have a connection to nature because they are a part of nature. So like they know, they
Yeah.
know when shit's going down.
Yeah.
So I don't
So
know, probably one.
So the answer
One
is
animal.
that when my cat stares at the wall, I'm like, oh snap, what's going on? So it takes my cat.
So did you know that cats actually can see heat, and that's why they stare at walls usually? Did you know that? They have heat vision. Isn't that insane?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
So
And now
they don't actually have heat vision, but it's similar. So they see a different spectrum of colors than we do. So they can actually see heat instead of just feeling it. It probably has to be like a certain amount of heat, but like, yeah. So if you have like wires and stuff going through your wall and they're staring at that part of the wall, they might be able to see heat or like even a pipe or something like that. It's a different color for them.
yeah, well, that makes me feel better and less like it's a ghost or
Yeah.
a demon
Probably has a more scientific like
approach. To
approach
things.
and reasoning to it, but also ghosts,
Also
okay?
ghosts. But
Dude,
also,
I think all the time that there is like somebody living in my attic. I've never seen my attic. We should go in my attic for a podcast
there
episode.
we go. And guess what? It's raccoons.
I don't ever hear anything up there. I'm just
Raccoons.
convinced. There's literally nothing up there. I just think that there is. There is a skunk that lives under my house, though. And
Oh, okay.
I've tried to get him out, and he does not care. He does not care. He continues.
What are you gonna like? He's thinking. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to approach me? I'll get you.
I fill
I'll
up
get
his
you good.
holes. I fill up all the holes so that he can't go back in, but he just digs all around the house.
Yeah.
And then Oni will hear him in the middle of the night and lose his mind. He hears a little like under the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oni hates him. Or her. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? Also snakes. If there was just a bunch of snakes in the streets, like slithering, I'd be like, okay.
That's some like prophetic stuff. That's like some biblical prophetic like scary shit. Yeah.
The rapture, man.
I'd be like, okay, whenever COVID happened, oh my gosh, so many tangents. This should just be called the podcast of tangents. Whenever COVID happened in I think it was 2020, there's always like swarms of locusts that like go up through Africa and just destroy everything. And that's like one of the biblical like signs of the rapture or something. There's like the 5 bells or something. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew at some point that information has left my mind. But I was like, well, one of them is like disease and virus. And then one of them is like swarms of locusts, literally.
Well,
but it happens every year. But in 2020, it was like really, really bad.
Yeah.
They were eating everything, so they would just fly through and eat all of the flora, like eat all of the plants, everything. They would just destroy it, and then they would just leave.
Yeah,
and it's like kind of rude. Like these giant crickets are eating everything.
Rude. No, I remember it was because people were talking about that because earlier that year there were fires too.
Oh yeah, there's always fires out here.
There's fire.
California, Colorado, Wyoming, all those.
It was like a big deal. Like Australia, was it Australia fires? Oh. Anyway, I think there were fires, and then there were the locusts, and then there was disease. So we were like, "Oh, preach! It's coming!" And then then that was it.
And then it was like, nope.
And then
maybe in like 5,000 years. No.
But yeah, okay. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I don't really know. But if you guys have any questions for us at all, or you want like advice on something, I have one other question for us that I received. I mean, we got a couple more, but I only want to cover a couple an episode. But you guys are more than welcome to ask us questions at any point. You can message us on our Instagram. It's Materia Girls Pod. Okay, I'll put it like right here so you guys can see it. But you can message us any questions at any time. We're not going to answer them there, but we'll answer them on the podcast for you guys. The last one is how long did it take you to get to your level of streaming as far as content and viewers? I would say that we've been like creating silly videos, taking pictures. Like we've been doing this since we're like little.
Yeah.
But there's only like been like certain spans of time where we've been like consistent and like taking things seriously. Because it's hard. If this isn't your full-time job, like, and you have a full-time job, or you're a mom and have a job, and you are trying to create content, like it's really, really hard. Like people, I mean, you probably realize, because if you're not creating content, then you have no idea how much time and energy goes into it. But if it's your only thing that you're doing, it's a lot easier, obviously. But we've been doing it forever. I mean, I've been on Twitch for like 4 years, 3.5 years. Yeah. But I mean, I haven't been streaming lately. I think it varies. Like sometimes you get on stream and you have 40 viewers, and sometimes you get on stream and you have 20 viewers, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe 5 years.
Really depends. Yeah, it really depends. Because like, I think same thing with me. 5 years maybe on Twitch, and it was just hit or miss on when I was able to do things. Yeah. But if you get consistent, you know, you start to get a steady pace, and then it just depends.
I would say that I know everybody says it, but seriously, consistency is the key to success when it comes to content creation. If you are posting once a day, you're going to be able to build a community and create a following. It needs to be consistent content too, though. You can't just be like changing your stuff all the time and changing your schedule, because that's what I do all the time. And it does not work. But there was like a point in my life whenever I was consistently posting and I was growing a lot. But now it's slowed down a lot because I work full time and I I'm a busy bee. So like I honestly am just like too tired most of the time to stream, which
Yeah.
is
I
frustrating,
get it.
but
Yeah, I get it.
it is what it
I get it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um
so
I mean,
that's
someday I would like to be back in like the streaming and video creation, but it's
mhm,
like the whole world of content creation has evolved like so quickly, so fast, and it's going to continue to do that. So you have to
mhm,
constantly be jumping on trends, on making sure that you're making short form content. Now, like, I used to love YouTube. We used to love YouTube. Like, we would always post on YouTube. It was like our favorite thing to do. But YouTube is like kind of lost in the sauce because of TikTok.
yeah.
And
And even
now
Instagram Reels and stuff like that.
yeah, and I feel like now they are kind of making a bit of a comeback. I'm kind of like nervous about even going back on like Twitch. Like I feel like Twitch is kind of having a fallout.
Fallout, like people are leaving it,
There's
or like a
less
fallout,
I
like
think that
there's
there's less people on Twitch, like less viewers on Twitch. I feel like
mhm,
there people are like the content is different. Like you got to be like doing some crazy stuff on Twitch to like build a following. I feel like
yeah.
it's just I just feel like it's changed even since I started streaming. But
Hmm.
I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. I think also they take like 50% of creators' income and it's like we're already like hardly
Oh
making
yeah.
anything and you're taking half of our
Mhm.
income. Like I would rather just stream on my own website. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I think that they need to reevaluate some things that they're doing. But they won't listen
Yeah.
to the little people
I
like us
agree.
anyway.
I agree. I agree. But there's other platforms out there that are adjusting because is Kick, is that what it's called? Kick?
Yeah.
Is Kick still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People still
There's
stream
Kick
on
and
there.
then YouTube and then just YouTube is when you stream on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know how many, but if you're affiliated on Twitch, you're not allowed to also stream on YouTube.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you
you
have to
can, but it has
like
to be a separate stream.
yeah.
But they recently did that, like in the past year. So I don't know. It's been a couple years. We've also just been like my first job ever was at a video production studio whenever I was
Hmm.
15. So like I've been
Yeah.
editing videos and I've been into like creating digital content since I was a child. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we like you said earlier, we used to do that together
yeah, that's like as
and
teenagers, like that's all we did was like we would
yeah,
even younger than teenagers. Remember, I would like get out the video
camcorder.
camera and we would make yeah, I would get out the
Yeah.
camcorder and I would like put little transitions. Like if you took a shot and then you would select the transition and then you would do the next shot, then it would like do the fade like
Yep.
on a like an old camcorder.
You
Like, it's crazy.
gotta find those tapes and
I think
make
my
sure they
parents
never
still have them. Yeah,
yeah, make sure you gotta tell them never get rid of stuff.
I know. I don't think that they
Never
would.
get if they're cleaning out stuff, they gotta let you know.
I know. I know. But
But
yeah, it's
I
been a
think
while.
that's yeah. Yeah, so hopefully I mean maybe we'll get things going and start back up here
Well, we're
and
doing this, so
yes,
that's one
yes.
step.
One step at a time.
Yeah,
I'm hoping to get back on streaming. I mean, it's been a little over a year. I'm hoping to find like a day,
a
a
day a
week
year.
to a day a year. It'll be a special day.
I know. That's how everybody in my community feels
Yeah.
about me too. Like, I'll be there eventually, I
I
promise.
know, I know. I'm just been like off the internet and people probably think I like I don't know, quit everything. But
No, you still post on your story and stuff,
it's
though.
true. I
Yeah,
do. I do. But yeah, so hopefully someday
we'll
we
get
can
there. We'll get
yeah,
there. We're gonna keep doing this for a while, and
yeah,
then you'll see. You'll see
slowly.
things
Yeah.
changing over time. But
Yes. But anyway, some final thoughts before we head out.
final
Before
thoughts.
you got anything like
Noah
that?
Khan should have won a Grammy. That's my final thought.
I gotta look. Okay, hold
I
on.
am obsessed with his album. It's so good. Every song just stabs me in the heart and then it rips it out and
Oh,
patches it up and it's so beautiful.
that's you know what we love
There's a
when that
couple songs
happens.
on that album that genuinely
Oh,
like have healed my soul. Like it's amazing. It's Noah Kahan.
okay. Let me see. I just need a song. I just need listen Spotify. Give me what's the popular song? Tell me.
Probably Stick Season.
Oh, sticks. Okay, okay.
She knows it. She
I
knows
know it.
it.
I know it.
We got to listen to the
That's
rest of the album because it's
yeah.
so good.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
good.
because that's the only song. That's it. That's all I know. So, but okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I
All
think
right.
I
All
heard
right.
him on TikTok one day and I was like, oh, I like this guy's voice. And then
Yeah.
followed him on Spotify and I was like, oh my God, I love every song. So,
Yeah.
really good.
All right. Well, yeah. Go listen. Go listen. And maybe Hannah will check out some Taylor Swift. Who knows?
I'll try. I'll
Yeah, you
try.
could try. You could try. I tend to get hooked a little bit because it is catchy. A lot of her songs are just. I'm like, yeah, I dig this. I'm not Swiftie, but I'm like, yeah, I dig
I
it.
don't know. I feel like it kind of sounds like you might be a Swiftie.
I'm a Swiftie.
MJ is a Swiftie.
Not,
Confirmed. You heard it here, folks.
not yet. I don't think yet. I feel like a Swiftie is like.
I think a Swiftie is just
Really?
a fan of Taylor
It's
Swift,
just
right?
a fan.
Yeah, it's just her fandom.
If it's just as simple as that. When you say Swiftie, I just feel like sometimes Swifties are just.
It's like an extreme. There's
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like a spectrum, but like Swifties are here and Swiftie haters are here.
You got Swiftie, and then you like Taylor Swift, and then you really don't.
I
Like
mean,
Taylor Swift.
that's
I
like
feel
with anything, but I feel like that's just like
Yeah.
her name for her fans, right? It's like a
Probably.
Swiftie.
It's
I don't even
probably
know if it's
just
her
the-
name. That's probably just created by them, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
But
enough about Taylor Swift, okay?
I think Taylor Swift is like out of the. It's just she's been everywhere.
What
I
about
know
Lana
these
Del
people-
Rey?
Listen,
Give
she was
this
at the
woman
Super
a
Bowl.
Grammy.
She was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I think that Taylor Swift like thought that Lana Del Rey should have had the Grammy that she won.
The moment.
I don't know.
Well, she brought her up. She brought her up on stage. With her.
Yeah, which I don't think
Yeah.
that she was supposed to do that, but
Yeah, I don't know. The moment. But I don't think that. I mean, this is it. I know we've been talking about Taylor Swift like the past two episodes, but I think this is it. So don't worry.
well,
if you
I mean,
really
if
don't
she's
like
gonna
Taylor
be in the
Swift.
news, we're gonna talk about it, okay?
She's everywhere right now. Okay, she's the popular.
She is very
So,
popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't. I don't have any opinion about these people.
No. Same. I'm just here to talk about them, and that's about it.
Yay!
Yeah, we like talking about people and things.
Celebrities.
Celebrities.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys very soon.
Yes, yes.
Don't forget to follow us on. We need to make a TikTok. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did make it take.
Oh, MJ, we already have a TikTok. Apparently, I did not know. Also, we are going to be trying to get the podcast on Apple Music. I'm not really sure how that works. Or Apple Podcasts. Listen, I don't know anything about Apple, okay? I think we have to get approved or something. So if you guys can go and tell them, get us on Apple. That would be super helpful for us. Thank you.
Yeah, I made one. So go follow us on TikTok. There's
Oh,
nothing on there.
What is
right
it called?
Now. Materia Girls Pod.
Pod. Which
The
I
same
think
as the Instagram.
I think that's the same as the Instagram. Yeah.
There's
So
nothing on there, but if you just there will be soon.
I'll put it here again. But go follow us on TikTok, on Instagram. You can follow our personal accounts too if you'd like to. They have been here the whole time. Yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.